Alright, fourth video, Toru, ADC, let's go. Um, I will start off by saying that a lot of times this game, I feel like a lot of your deaths weren't your fault. Honestly, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. I didn't pay too much attention to like you because I've been paying attention to the other players up until this point. Uh, so But I will say a lot of the times that you died were because your teammates got caught out or they just had a bad fight and shit like that. So I'll try to take it easy on that and take all that into account. I'm going to say the same shit I said in the other videos. Long story short, this invade was bad. If y'all are going to invade, you got to stick together as a team. There's only 3A on. He ends up dying and losing his passive, which kind of sucks. So yeah. Nitty gritty thing, but you don't need to help him there once he's already dead. You take some damage. I don't know if you're gonna back or not, but yeah, if he's already dead, it's not worth trying to back. I think you'll regen it all with thorns. Skip through this. Nice. Alright, not bad. So make it for the first 3 minions, let's go. So you're here first. Well, waves are pre-matched. Her Q's down, so you're free to push this, playing a little far back. I will say this is a really hard lane for you, so not gonna lie. Y'all maybe hit 2 first here. Good work pushing for the 2. I like that. Really well done. I think you could have flashed and finished her off. Another thing you could have done is you could have waited to throw out your Q until Thresh hit the hook, and it would have been on Misfortune, and that would have been the damage you needed, but okay, so I explained this. Okay, I love this. Let me go back a little bit. So, I think I explained it in someone else's video or something, but I love that you guys kept up the pressure here. A lot of times, you'll see someone hit level 2 and they'll get this good of a fight, and they'll just back off and get out-sustained, and next thing you know, y'all are the ones getting pushed in. Especially with Sona and her W and heals, like, you guys have to keep up the pressure if you want to keep the edge in this lane. Like, a wave or 2, and she'll be higher health than you, and it'll be back to reset. And you just don't want that to happen. You already have a massive advantage. And so I really like that Toro, that Toro, or not your Toro, sorry. That enemy goes in for this while y'all still have the minute advantage and they're still kind of low. So she has no flash. It should be a free kill. Save your E here for the damage. That's okay. Good job, good job, good job. Perfect. So yeah, nothing wrong there. Like, I love this. I'm really happy to have seen that that y'all keep up the pressure here, especially versus like sustained champions like Sona. I won't count Karma or Janna because they're just shields, but like Sona and Nami and like maybe Soraka, you really got to keep up the pressure, and so y'all did a great job of doing so. So just push this in, back, get your tier, boom, boom. Not bad. Really good. Really, like, flawless up until this point. So when you get back, I would still be trying to force fights because you have a heal advantage, and honestly, I would maybe wait to, if you're not sure, maybe wait for his Ignite to come up before you fight. But with Ignite, they have heal down, and they only have exhaust, and you both have, or you have flash and heal, so y'all could technically still like keep up the pressure here and be fine. But maybe it's safer to wait till Ignite's up. But like the second his Ignite comes up, y'all should be doing the same exact shit, just going ham and ham and ham. So they got no sums. This is pushing to you, so I would just let it push in. No point in trying to get trades or harass you or anything. Good job letting it push in. So yeah, I would just wait for the wave to reset before doing anything more here. Let me set this to blue. Sorry. Alright, waves reset. I don't think you've seen Vi recently. I know I saw her with the all chat or the all fog of war, but yeah. Just keep poking with Q. So here, I think enemy gives away this gank way too soon, because I actually looked back and that wasn't warded. But he really should have just waited for Zac to come in, because I think Zac has a pink ward. Does he? Yeah. So here, like, you don't want to give away the gank like way too early. If y'all just keep playing normal and enemies back here, this isn't really your fault. I'm not gonna put this on you. But maybe the communication could have been a little better here. It's like, hey, but back up and let him engage first. Because y'all gave him away and they ended up running away before they even saw Zac come in. And it wasn't even warded, so let's check. Was it warded? It wasn't. So that could have been a kill right there if he just didn't push up far enough or too far. So he really gives it away here. Another... That was really dumb. But once again, not your fault. I like that you and enemy are on the same page though. You're both kind of like playing the same similar style. I like that. I would just push this in and back. You got a massive wave. Do you have gold? Yeah, you got a decent amount of gold. You should just lantern you out. Okay. Alright, this gank, y'all should have seen coming. I'm pretty sure you see Vi. I think that they even walked past each other and y'all just didn't say anything. I was really confused that she got this kill. I'm gonna keep an eye out what happens here. So yeah, you see Vi. They literally walk past each other. I should definitely be backing off here. I don't know what. That's just really bad map awareness. Luckily you don't die here, but definitely should have seen that coming. It's kind of both y'all's fault and jungler's fault. No reason she would have gotten that gank off. You should back here. You should definitely back here. This is really greedy. I wouldn't even try to shove in. She has exhaust. They could just like run up to you and kill you. And there's really no reason for you to stay. You're kind of running low on mana. If you backed when I told you to, you and Thresh would have been coming back at the same time. But whatever. At least you don't die. You would have gotten a free back too, because you had so many minions pushing in. She wouldn't have been able to push that back in time. So now you're kind of stuck in this lane. With no mana and not really an open window to back. So I'm interested to see what you do here. This is not a great spot for you. Like, Miss Fortune should be looking to push you in. I guess you called a shove here. You could back here, I guess. I think they just played that bad. They should be trying to keep you in the lane, seeing your oom. Good job on the tier stacking. Like I said, you should have backed a little bit sooner for sure. Nothing really happens here. I like that you're not shoving this. A lot of ADCs will just blindly shove when they come back to lane. Good work knowing that your Thresh isn't here and trying to keep this like it's obviously gonna push them since you're getting the last hits, but I like this that you're not blindly shoving because you wouldn't have been able to get it to turret, and this way the wave's like all the way over here, so they can't really kill you. Here you could be looking for I like that. Like look for aggressive trades here because you have a lot of caster minions and those hurt. You really got it. That's like the third time you gotten hit by that MF shit, so just don't stand behind low minions because she's kind of abusing you over and over. Here you could Q and you could E in and get some damage here. Your Thresh is right here and you've got a massive, the caster minions hurt a lot in laning phase, so. Ooh. Maybe not because you see Vi. Alright. That was well played. What you could have done to make it... I'm not even going to bother, but... You could have flashed into your turret and she would have taken turret aggro and maybe kill her, but... I mean, at least you live, and you didn't use any summoners, so... Just if you wanted to keep things spicy. So if I was just bot side, y'all have decent vision, but I still wouldn't push over this halfway line. She didn't have ult, so I wouldn't expect her to come back bot. This is really good, I would ult here. Didn't work. Good shit. Right idea, right idea. Just don't know the damage for it. So y'all can definitely dive here. I think y'all do. They should have backed off. They saw LeBlanc coming, but... Good job. That was a pretty shitty dive because y'all went 2 for 2. Shouldn't have happened, but... All in all, you denied their bot lane a lot of XP and gold. So I'm really confused about this. This is the main mistake that I saw that I was really confused. You dodged the Q and her E is on cooldown. She just used her E on these minions. You have nothing left to worry about but auto attacks. You could have easily gotten out and you run backwards for whatever reason. I don't understand this at all. This was super bad. That made no sense, but I don't know what you were thinking there. She was on cooldowns for everything. You even dodged the Q, and you had a pretty big distance gap. That was really strange. Not gonna lie. You definitely could have gotten out. Oof, Jesus. Alright, you see Vi mid. Y'all could look to fight a 2v2 here. That shouldn't be 9th though, and you typically want to wait on that summoner. But y'all have been doing a pretty good job of laning versus these guys, to be honest. I think they shouldn't be allowed to like be shoving you in like this so constantly. Y'all should be the ones shoving into them. Yeah, I'll play a little bit too far back with the advantage that you guys have created for yourself. Oh, what the f... She's 4-1. Okay, never mind. Disregard everything I just said. I did not think that she was... Like, with the way the lane has been going out, I thought that y'all were massively ahead. For whatever reason, but okay. I take back what I said. Weird. I guess it was the 2 kills she got in that turret dive that made it like this. So, okay. You're playing this fine then. You use your Q to last hit a lot though, and it's, I don't know. I typically just like to use it to poke. I mean, if you have to use Q to last hit, that's fine, but you could just poke her down instead. Y'all have the vision to see Vi pretty much everywhere except right here. And she even gets a ward on blue buff, so you're free to push up like this. This is good. Maybe shove this in back? I don't know. I think there's something in comms that y'all chose to fight here. I know eventually Vi shows top and y'all end up fighting here. Yep, there it is. So once you see the 2 top with Singe no TP, y'all should be calling. You should be calling your mid lane and jungle to rotate bot and getting this turret. Luckily, even better happens and they try to deny this, even though we have a massive mana advantage. Yeah. Good job. Yeah, y'all still get this turret anyway. Super good for you guys. So with this, y'all should probably, bot lane should rotate top, and you should send your top laner bot. Y'all want to get this tower down, and you can assume that Singe is going to go straight top and match Wukong. He shows mid, but y'all should definitely just switch top and bot and try and get this turret down because there's two of y'all. So I'm not even gonna panda what your team does because your team dies a lot for no reason. It's kind of frustrating as an ADC. Very team reliant. So good call to rotate mid here. I like to think you should only stay here until LeBlanc comes and then try and rotate top. Like, ult this and go top. Go top, go top, go top. Ugh. See, I don't get this. There's a massive wave pushing top. You'll probably could have gotten it. I see that there's a wave coming in here, but I don't know. This is kind of like the reactive way to play, I guess. But I think it would have been smart to go top and get that tower down. So just ping your team back. Like you can see them trying to look for a fight around here. You don't want to miss this farm. There's a lot of times in solo queue I'll be doing the same exact shit and my team dies. Let's see if it happens here. Okay. It looked like they were gonna die. Yeah, they shouldn't even be like toying around that area. You could be a little bit more careful in the rotation there. Because with Vile, they can definitely catch you here since you didn't have a ward there. Just a small thing. I really want you guys to go top. You see Singe and you see the rest of their team mid. He's got the wave pushing top. You should go top and you can definitely get this tower down with a man advantage. You literally see all 5 of them. And at the worst, you force Singe TP. And even when he TPs, I think the tower is, yeah, low enough for y'all to get it regardless. The only thing is that Dragon's up, so you really have to discuss what you value more. You could get Dragon, then go top. But it's not that great of a Dragon, so for me, I think the gold is almost always worth it. I said this in the other video, but this TP definitely should have been at this ward. Good call on getting Dragon. I would just separate from your team here and get this ball wave. They don't really need you here. And the other team isn't looking to fight. You probably could have gotten some extra gold here. They really didn't need you to finish that off. Let's see. Really good timing on your tier. You know your Ezreal pretty well. Good. I really want you guys to go top, man. So the team dies again. Just keep farming up for those 2 items. I think for ADC, the main thing I want to talk about is like your team fighting. And I even think that your team fighting was pretty good. The laning phase, y'all did alright. The dive was a little bit botched. Definitely could have gone better. But there's really not much to say. I mean, y'all kind of dominated that lane. Despite the 4 kills that she got from that one dive. Not bad. And your kill definitely could have been avoided. You shouldn't have died to Lux there. So finally, I'll make the call to rotate top. Could have gone this a while ago, but you know, whatever. They know you're doing this. This is kind of dumb. You could have like flash ulted you or some shit. You have both your summoners, but you don't even want to risk it if you don't have to. So you see the team fighting up. I think this is the first real team fight we get here. This is good. Okay, you should be all in on this Misfortune. Just throwing Qs at her and like your ult and everything. She's like in a really bad spot. And you finally do it, but a little too late. Dude, never eat it. Like, ever since Ezreal's E got buffed to do damage, I see this shit all the time. People are always fucking Eing in, and it's the most frustrating thing. You definitely should have died there, and you ended up having to use both sums and still almost die. And you do die eventually. But, like, why put yourself in that position when Vi hasn't even ulted? Like, that was super bad. Like, the E damage isn't worth it to be Eing into all three of them. I don't know. That was really dumb. So once Miss Fortune uses ult here, just go all out on her. I like this a lot. I love this. Go all in, but then you E in for the minimal damage that it does. And you get ulted. Definitely should have died here. I don't know. So yeah. Definitely could have positioned better there. I like the idea to go Miss Fortune, but you executed it really badly. Like when you look at their team, you gotta think of two things: Vile and Senna. Dude, her Q you shouldn't really be getting hit by, and if anything, she'll stack it on top of the other CC. So yeah, when you E right in front of a Vi, not the smartest thing. So I will say that one is definitely on you. Good job getting this kill here. I don't know what the Singe is thinking. Damn. Nice. She had ult, she might have been able to kill you, but I don't think so. Okay, the call to do Baron here is good. I really like that. So Lux was the only one alive and y'all went to kill her. That's, I don't know why it was just you and LeBlanc that did this. Maybe I'll call this at a team and decided for both y'all to kill him, which is fine. That's unfortunate that you die there. I won't put that on you. Because, I don't know, Baron was just shitting on y'all and the Singe was around. Like, if y'all wanted the Baron, you kind of had to E it back in the pick, so not really your fault there. That death is totally worth it for Baron. Alright, so you got red and you've got the items you need to just start destroying. Why don't you have boots yet? You should have tier 2 boots by this point, honestly. Especially on Ezreal, like, with the added movement speed that Triforce gives you with the Phage and the fucking passive, like, you could be running, like, all around and be trying to, like, hit their squishies in fights and shit, but you're just hella slow right now. Let's go back a little bit. So you're a little late to this fight. Once again, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Your team kind of dies without you. I don't know what you were doing here. You were a little tunnel visioned, I think. That E was kind of bad, but yeah, just poke away with Qs and try to get out here. You're dead. Like, honestly, there's not much you can do there. The only thing is, like, you were late to the fight. I don't know how comms were here. If y'all called the fight, you should have been there, but honestly, like, it was a 3v5. So, just a really bad fight. Just get your boots, man. This is triggering me so much. Like, movement speed is so good on ADC. I almost always, like, finish my tier 2 boots, like, even before I get my first item. Like, imagine if you had boots here. Tier 1 boots, you might have been able to get out. But no, you're, like, slow as fuck. Whatever. Still don't think that it's really your fault because your team put you in that position, but finally, tier 1 boots, here we go. I mean, dude, they're so cheap too. Like, at the very least, you need to get this much sooner. And like the tier 2 boots are like hella cost efficient too. I don't know. I think movement speed is like the best stat on ADCs. I used to always like stack movement speed when I made that shit. And I still do value it a lot. Especially versus a team like this, like they have a lot of skills. Like Lux is all skill shots. Sona ult, skill shot. I guess that's not too much, but their entire like half of their team's damage on Lux is all skill shots, which you could be avoiding. Sona ult's kind of thick, so I don't think boots will really help you there. This is good. Good kiting here. Just go all that on the Sona here. Nice. I don't know. I will say like you're playing ADC at a decent, like a pretty good level. Just like front to back killing, good kiting. Shouldn't have had to use his heal there, but whatever. Careful of Singe gas. Alright. Alright, I think after this game, like I really want to stop seeing you E forward. You've gotten yourself so many kills, or died like so many. I think there you're just trying to close the gap on the Singe, but you E'd right into his poison, and I think you would have died even if Lux ult didn't hit you. Just like, he does no damage, just pretend it doesn't do any damage, honestly. I see that shit on Ezreal all the time, people just die. Like, it's okay if it's like 1v1 and you're going for like the assassination or something, but never in like situations like that. Really dumb deaths. Like, I think all but one of your deaths could have been avoided, probably. So now you're sitting at 5 deaths, and that's meh. Anything more than 5 or 6 is kind of danger zone. So your mid laner dies here. You should just back off till she spawns. Another 50 seconds, you can't do anything. Probably have to concede Baron. I don't know why y'all try to fight this. Once again, it's a 3v5. Oh. Kill Sims here. Ah, no you don't. Really good kiting here. Not gonna lie. Might have been able to do a little bit more, but not really worth the risk. Once again, another 3v5. The same shit happened earlier. I would just go top and get this wave. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Everything's not warded. You could have just died. They could have this warded. Vi could be here, and you could have died. You could have gotten all this juicy farm by now. You end up going, but you stayed to get this fucking trinket ward, and you miss a decent amount of CS here for that. At least you'll save the tower though. So let's see. You gotta be careful here. You're pushed up by yourself for a little bit there. So just gotta be careful. Good ult. Holy shit. What even killed you? On, I need to go way back. At least this is like an actual fight and we'll see what you did wrong. So, your whole team's over here. This entire side of the map is fucking dark. You shouldn't be pushed right here by yourself. You should be maybe here at furthest with your team. So you could have gotten flanked from behind right here. You would have been dead. Or Vi could be right here. This is super scary. I don't know. You're playing in fire right here. Good E barely gets you out. Let's see. Slow this down a little bit. It's good ult. Kite the Singe. So here with all this shit going on, you can't just blindly go in. So I think that's your mistake. Honestly, like, yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't even know what kills you. It's like, I think Lux E and MF. I don't even know. MFQ and something else, but you're definitely a little pushed up here. Once you get this kill on Singe, you want to kind of like reposition around here, at least until like Vi uses her ult or something, or until your E's up and you can E her into your team. But here you kind of just like stay like way too close in range of all of them. With all this shit going on, it's really hard to see spells. So I would definitely reposition out to this side a little bit around here, if I were you. But those fights are always kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Your Wukong was coming in, and they're gonna have to be occupied with him, so. Luckily your team still somehow wins this fight. But yeah. A little bit, I don't know if it was tunnel vision or what, but yeah. Pretty unfortunate that that fight was there because it's like mixed with all the particles of Singe's dead body, the minions, Misfortune E. It's really hard to see spells through all that shit. Cause I think she killed the fucking minion, and it like the bullet crit you, and then Lux hit you with your E, and it was really hard to see. So best way to avoid that is just repositioning after you get the kill on Singe, because you kind of just like ran up for a second here and suicide. I think that's pretty much everything. Honestly, Toro, I didn't have much to say for you this game. A lot of your deaths are just really dumb and could have been avoided with like 3 of them could have been avoided with boots. 3 or 4. But and the team fights, like 3 of them were y'all were man down. Lots of team mistakes this game. Not really anything you can do as an ADC here. I will say this fight and that fight, you need to work on your positioning a little bit for sure. A little too close to the action. You gotta find the moment to re-engage on Ezreal. Cause like Eing in isn't always bad, but when you E in when they still have big ass ultimates like Vile and shit like that, you're gonna get shit on every time. So yeah, not much to say, to be honest. I'll go over this last fight and then I'll call it. You should be looking to ult while he has that good ass ult going on. Could have killed this MF. As Ezreal, you kind of have to be like really aware of people, every single teammate or opponent. See right here, I'd say it's safe to E in. You got hit by everything on Lux, but if you were able to survive that, you E in full health while all their ultimates are down. Like Lux used everything, she's on cooldowns. Vi's dead, you're free to do whatever you want here. But yeah, sorry dude. I will say this video wasn't as informative as the other ones because there wasn't really much to say. The laning phase was good. I think the biggest mistakes were this fight here, eating in. This one was kind of minor here. Just unlucky with how the fight went, but I do think the positioning could have been a little better here. You dying to Lux here was really dumb. That was a really stupid death. But everything else, like the other deaths, like 3 of the fights were like 2v5s, 3v5s. Your team got killed before you could even do anything. You can salvage those fights if you're really good and you like make risky plays and just like pop off, but it's just not realistic. So I don't know. I mean, you did a pretty decent job. You stacked your tier very well. Your rotations were decent. You weren't too risky in your pathing. Overall, decent game. Hopefully, in the future, we can get a better game where the other team isn't completely stupid and there's a bit more on the line. But it seemed like y'all were ahead for most of the game here, so that makes your job a little bit easier. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad.